Why? Because he does exactly what the Creator said and commands. Now, in the case of man, okay, man and woman, Adam and Eve, if you will, you have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. Okay, listen. Genesis 3 and verse 2. And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Yhwh hath said, You shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest you die. That is a commandment. Let's not forget that. That is a commandment. And she spoke the commandment, which means she knows and understands the commandment. So it wasn't no mystery to her. All right. Now, listen at what is told to her by Satan. And the serpent said unto the woman, You shall not surely die. Now, stop. What happens here? Word is broken coming from Satan. By way of Satan, the word is broken. Okay? Not the Creator's word with Adam and Eve at this point, but the word that is with Satan and the Creator. Why? Because the Creator gave them a commandment to do what? Not eat of that fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. But Satan coming in with his own mindset, his own free will, okay, he comes in and tells her. You gotta remember, Satan is not of the commandment of the Creator. No. He's of his own will and his own commandment and his own mind. Thus, he speaks the way that he speaks to her. See? When Messiah came in, totally different into the world. Listen. Verse 4 again. Genesis 3, verse 4. And the serpent said unto the woman, You shall not surely die. For Yhwh do know that in the day that you eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and you shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. Now, that's not what was told to Adam and Eve. Go back to Genesis chapter 3 and chapter 2. Listen at what was told to Adam and Eve. Okay? This is Eve speaking. Genesis 3 and verse 2. Genesis 3 and verse 2. And the woman said unto the serpent, We may not eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Yhwh hath said, You shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest you surely die. Now, that is the commandment, the breaking of the commandment. Verse 4, listen. And the serpent said unto the woman, You shall not surely die. Opposite of what the Creator said. Okay? For Yhwh do know that in the day that you eat thereof, your eyes shall be opened, and you shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took up the fruit thereof and did eat. Okay? And gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. And the eyes of both were open. Now, they did a few things wrong. First of all, they violated the word of Yhwh. You can hear that just from what the Satan is telling her. Okay? Listen. Listen. Verse 4 again. And the serpent said unto the woman, You shall not surely die, for Yhwh do know that in the day that you eat thereof, your eyes shall be open, and you shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. Now, he told her not to eat of Adam and Eve, not to eat of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Okay? Satan is telling them that, okay, in verse 4. And the serpent said unto the woman, You shall not surely die, for Yhwh do know that in the day that you eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and you shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. He's telling them the opposite of what the Creator said. He's going against the Creator. And he's going against Adam and Eve, believe it or not. Okay? Because he knows that commandment came from the Creator. Eve has already spoke that commandment. Okay? Eve has already spoke that commandment in Genesis 3 and at verse Genesis verse 3 and at verse 3. Okay? Genesis verse 3 and at verse 2. Listen. And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, But of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Yhwh have said, you shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest you die. Alright? Verse 4. Satan comes and says his word. And the serpent said unto the woman, you shall not surely die. For Yhwh do know that in the day that you eat thereof, your eyes shall be open, and you shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. Now, Satan simply told her the opposite of what the Creator commanded her to do. He told her not to eat of the tree. Satan is showing her, speaking to her now, by word, okay, by the word, his words, to her, to deceive her, okay, that they can go and eat the fruit of that tree, because the Creator knows that the day that they eat thereof, they're going to be as gods, knowing good and evil, okay. But what she didn't know when she believed what he said, that the commandment came from the Creator to not eat of the knowledge of the good and evil, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. For in that day you eat thereof, you shall surely die. That's what Satan told her. Did not tell her, I'm sorry. That's what Satan did not tell her, thereby causing death to come upon man. And he told her all different, that they would know good and evil. That wasn't the commandment that was given to them. I'll give you an example. Parents, your dad, you tell your kids, don't go outside. You go outside, I'm going to beat your butt. That kid next door comes and knocks on the door. Your buddy, good buddy, girl or boy, come on, go outside. No, my daddy told me not to go outside. I can't go outside. I can't go outside. Yes, you can. You can go outside, the sun is shining. He know that if you go outside, you're going to play with me and we're going to have fun. So you go outside. Dad comes home, catch you outside playing. What happened? You'll get punished. And this is just an example of what was done to us. Only in our situation, death came as a result. Because wherein at first, when we were with the Creator, we had eternal life. Okay? We walked with the Creator. Okay? Not knowing our nakedness. Alright? Didn't know nothing about our nakedness. Walked with the Creator in the garden. Didn't know nothing about our nakedness. When the Creator told us, Adam and Eve, in the beginning, to not eat of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, on the day that you eat thereof, you shall surely die. Well, Satan came in with a different story and tricked Adam and Eve, causing them to do exactly what the Creator told them not to do. They lost their faith in the word of the Creator. That's what they did. They violated the word that the Creator gave them. The same way when the kid come and knocked on the door and tricked up the kid at the door, knowing that the kid done already said, I can't go outside, but the kid tells his so-called buddy, tells him, come on, man, we go outside because, you know, we going to have fun and blah, blah, blah. And when the dad comes home, he gets a beating, and the kid at the back window laughing at him. That's true. Some of y'all done been through it. I know I did. I have. But what I'm trying to show you is where Satan comes in and he takes that word that was given to them by the Creator, that commandment, and then he does his own will and says to them, very plainly, I might add, very plainly in verse 4, and the serpent said unto the woman, you shall not surely die. That's enough right there. The Creator told them that they're going to surely die. Okay? You shall, Genesis 3 and verse 4, and the serpent said unto the woman, you shall not surely die. You can stop right there. This pretty much says it all. He's already telling her she don't have to worry about it. That's a deception. That's a deception because the Creator of us all has told us, told her, us, all of us, when he told our mother and our original father, dad, if you will, Adam and Eve. When he spoke the word to one, he spoke it to both of them. And Adam was responsible. Adam was responsible. You know why? Because he is the head of the woman. Y'all didn't make the woman for the man. He made the man. He didn't make the man for the woman. He made the woman for the man. Meaning the man is responsible for her. Okay? And the serpent said unto the woman, Genesis 3 and 4, you shall not surely die. Okay? For Yhwh do know that in the day that you eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and you shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. Well, that's exactly what happened. But the Creator told him what he told them because that was his word and his will. Not the will of what that they should do the will of Satan, but that they should do his will. No separation in Yahweh's word. You cannot violate Yahweh's word. No man can violate Yahweh's word. That's why it was wrath in the law and the commandments. That's why it was wrath so much so that the world was destroyed, and Noah and his children were the only ones that were saved. You cannot violate Yahweh's word and Yahweh's will. Okay? Deuteronomy 18 and 15, my word shall come to pass. That's exactly what it means. Isaiah 55 and verse 11, the words that I speak that comes from me, okay, does not return unto me void, but accomplish that which I please and prosper where I sent it. Okay? You cannot violate Yahweh's word and Yahweh's will. Brings about death. That's that. That's where condemnation comes in. That's where bondage, that is death. And death is a bondage because all our life we fear what? Death. The one thing we fear is death. Why? Because it's on us. But it didn't have to be. Listen. And the serpent said unto the woman, you shall not surely die. For Yhwh do know that in the day that you eat thereof, your eyes shall be open. And their eyes did become open once they believed what Satan told them. And you shall be gods, knowing good and evil. Knowing good and evil, brothers and sisters, and violating the commandment of the Creator is two different things. The violation of the Creator's commandment brings about death. Therefore, they can't